Hello? I'm alive? I can't tell. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it seems to be. Sorry, guys, it's the first time I've ever done this, so gotta bear with me. I'm not the most techie person. I'm techie-ish, but I'm not super techie. I'm not like one of these new kids who've been grown up with internet and stuff like that. I'm just getting the hang of it myself. So yeah, I think I'm live. Let me know if you can hear me. If if um if anybody's watching at the moment, I can't tell. Just wait for some people to come online before I make a start. I'm actually slightly early anyway. Just wanted to make sure that everything was working as it should be, and it seems to be. So yeah, give me a few minutes. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm still here. Just trying to figure out if this thing's still working or not. Oh yeah. Hi, cuz. Yeah. Hi. I'm here now. And I might wait a few more minutes to see if anybody else comes on. If not, I will just carry on as is. So yeah, this is my latest painting that I'm working on. I haven't actually started it yet. I'm about to start it now in front of you guys. I've set up everything so far. So I've got the my selection set up because that's a bit long and boring. So I did that beforehand just so you can get to watch the juicy bits. Sorry about that little notification there. It's my graphics card telling me stuff. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. So I got that, and there's also my sketches, and I've also created like a base backdrop, just so I'm not painting on pure white. So I'll give it a few minutes more. Oh, hi guys. Yeah. Okay. Shall I just get started now? Cool. Okay. So anybody who's wondering what these dots are, these are actually it's like my little palette thing. So I need to create. Sorry, I'm all over the place at the moment. Bear with me. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I'm not sure. Then again, if you can't hear me, you wouldn't be able to let me know. Anyway, yep. So I'm going to create a new layer. There seems to be a bit of a delay. I'm not sure why. Um, our internet's a bit rubbish at the moment. I don't know. Anyway, so feel free to ask me any questions, guys. So if you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll try and keep an eye on the chats. I try not to get carried away and like ignore you guys. If you do it, it's not on purpose. I promise you. So yeah. So I'm gonna make this selection here. Create like add the base colors. I've got these colors already set up like that. Is it this one? Yeah, there seems to be like a delay, like of about 10 seconds or so. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway, yeah. So I'm going to add basically adding like the kind of like a rough layout kind of thing, like the other rough bits. Not rough. What's the word? Kind of block out everything. That's it. That's the word. Block out everything. So to get everything started, I might change the colors as I go along. This is the hair, so she doesn't look bald throughout the stream. As I said, I'm gonna try not to ignore you guys because I'm used to just like sitting here by myself, just streaming and not streaming. Never done stream before. Um, normally just sitting by myself and painting, just like listening to music and stuff like that at the time. But at the moment, I don't want to do that because I don't want YouTube screaming at me. So I would just leave it at that at the moment. So this is the base hair. Don't forget to ask me questions if you want to, or just chat about anything because I'm not the biggest talker. I'll run out of things to talk about, so feel free to ask me anything or just have some general chit chat in the chat. I can see it on my other screen there. I see a lot of fires here, and luckily this is actually going to be a fire themed thing eventually, so it's kind of fitting. Yeah, for you guys who don't know, these images take me quite a while to do. So I normally spend on average 20 to 30 hours on each piece, and I normally work on it over a few months because I say sometimes I get bored of it, or not get bored of it. Sometimes I kind of get to a point where I kind of don't know where to go, so I kind of leave it a couple of days or a couple of weeks until I kind of come back to it and kind of see where to go from there. So that's why my art sometimes take me a while. I was just going to add some random colors for now for the wings and stuff. I'm gonna kind of make it like a black kind of color. I'm just adding like the rough, like blocking at the moment. I'll refine it as I go along. Probably can't see the wings that much. Yeah, so this is going to be the wings. I actually haven't done wings like this before, so it's gonna take me a while to. It's gonna take me. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it. Probably won't get these done in this stream. But see how it goes. Also need to invest in a screen tablet as well, so I can draw directly onto the screen. At the moment, using this beat up old graphics tablet, like Wacom tablet, which I've had for about 18 years now. Yeah, it's nearly old enough to drink. It's old enough to drink if you're in the UK. If you're in the US, it's got a couple of more years left, but hopefully I don't. Hopefully I'll have something new by then. But it still works. and I'm too broke to buy a new one at the moment. So if you want to help me get a new one, please share my work so people can actually know who I am, and I can start getting money for my artwork. And and I can afford to buy one eventually, finally. To be fair, I can get one now, but I want to get like a professional one because I've been doing this for a while now, and I think it's about time I don't want to get like a beginner's entry level one. I want to get like a decent one, and I'm going out the lines like a 5-year-old because I'm not concentrating. What am I like? Turn the opacity up on my eraser. To be fair, it's kind of hard to see the lines against this dark backdrop. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, guys. What you guys been up to? So I'm blocking out the wings there. Okay, so probably won't do anything on the wings today because I kind of need to figure out how to get the feathering kind of look, kind of feather look, because I haven't done that before. So see how it goes. I'll probably do another stream of this in the future as I get further along. I've also got another piece that can start as well, ready to go. I'm going to be I'm not going to be able to do it next week, but I might do another stream the week after. So if you guys let me know, I'll be happy to start that one as well. Are you playing Tekken? Okay. Getting your practice in. That's all you ever do, mate. I haven't played Tekken for a while. I finally got round to playing God of War Ragnarok after 10 million years, and I haven't got very far into it, but I've played all the other God of War games, so I need to finish this one as well, so I can say I've completed all of them, which I can't say at the moment. Okay, so those of you who don't know, I'm using Photoshop. I used to use Photoshop for all of my artwork. I don't use Procreate. I'm an old man and I can't get along with the iPad and the touch gesture things. I'm not knocking Procreate. It's a really good software. I've seen loads of people do really good things with it, but I think the way that I work, because I tend to work in 10 million layers and really high resolutions, I don't think it will work for me. I suppose I could kind of practice it. Maybe for like for smaller projects, I can practice to use it. I'm not really a fan of the Apple Pencil as well. I know people are going to kind of get the pitchforks out, but I'm not really a fan of it. It's just like drawing with a piece of plastic on glass. I don't know. I'm too used to Wacom. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, guys. I'm running out of things to talk about. Feel free to ask any questions or anything like that. It doesn't have to be about my art, as long as it's not too personal. I'm also recording this as well, so when the art's finished, I'm going to create like time lapse as well. I've done a time lapse for one of my other pieces, and I'm working on one for my last piece that I've done as well. The forest spirit, the dryad. That'll be out soon, and so keep an eye out for that. Too. It's going to be about half an hour long. It's because I spent quite a long time on that one. I've sped it up to about 7,000%, so it's sped up quite a lot. And if I speed it up any more than that, you're not going to be able to see what's happening. So, yeah. So, at the moment, I'm basically blocking in everything. the what I do, I group out all the layers into different groups. So I've got like a hair on a separate group, and I've got the skin, clothing, and the wings, and that kind of thing, all in separate layer groups as well. Keep everything organized. Well, I'll try to anyway, because the way I work, I tend to have like not thousands, hundreds of layers. I should really stop doing that, really, but it's old habits die hard, as they say. So is that. So I know to make a group for clothing as well. Actually, haven't decided on the color that I'm going to use for the clothing yet. If you guys got any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the chat. These aren't the finalized colors; they're just blocking everything in at the moment. There will be like a replay as well at the end of it. So if anybody's missed it or you want to watch it again, if you're like a masochist and you want to watch it again, feel free to watch it on the replay when it's up. I think it does it. I think it makes one automatically. I'd have to look into this again. Never done this before. New territory for me. Would help if I choose the eraser. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Talking about my last piece. I've been having a lot of issues with it on Instagram because they keep flagging it as adult material, say it's sexually explicit, which is not, and it's and they've been kind of not showing it to people for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I've seen so much worse on Instagram. This thing is going to be translucent, so I'm going to change the layer opacity on it a bit. What's my hardest art sketch? What do you mean? I mean, what did I find the most difficult? Or I don't know why this is lagging so much. Maybe it's normal. I don't know. I've never live streamed before. Actually, normally I'd make selections for all of like the different components, which is but I'm gonna try not to do that this time because it makes my work look kind of rigid. So I'm gonna try and avoid doing that though, because I'm working on a tablet as opposed to a screen display tablet thing. It's some things are going to be more difficult to do, so you gotta bear with me. Reduce the transparency on that one. And then do the back of it as well. Thanks. Yeah, it is. Very slowly. I haven't really done much yet. I'm just blocking everything in. I don't know if I mentioned it before. This one's going to be like a fire themed one. So I'm gonna have. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do in the background. Maybe um, like some volcanoes or something in the background. I don't know yet. I'll decide. Or maybe you guys can help me to decide as well because I'm very indecisive. Something like this for now. Yeah. So what do you mean by hardest sketch? Like what drawing did I find the most difficult, or what do I find the hardest to draw? I don't know if there's a delay on what my answers. I'm not sure. Sorry if you guys can hear my phone going off. Okay, so I'll create a mask here. Mm. So what I've done, I don't know how, I don't know if any of you guys know Photoshop, but I've created like a bunch of selections. So it gives me like a hard edge to kind of basically stops me from. I didn't want to do that. Basically stops me from going out the lines because I'm not very good at keeping myself in the lines because I'm a 5-year-old apparently. I can't even say a 5-year-old because I've seen some 5-year-olds that can color inside the lines quite well. Pressing the wrong button on the keyboard. That's it. Thank you. Barely started yet. I'm just blocking in everything at the moment. Going to make this staff thing as well. So I'm going to use the pen tool for that. So I can I can use the pen tool for that. So I can keep it straight because my painting skills aren't that good yet. Well, I can paint, but not straight lines. Paint digitally, I mean. So this is like the wood part. I have to zoom in a bit. I didn't draw this very straight. I used the ruler as well. Well, I technically used the set square, but it does the same thing. So, I'll probably do the stream for like an hour and a half or something like that, and then go and eat some food because I haven't actually eaten yet. I haven't actually eaten my dinner yet. Why is that backwards? Yeah, the stuff's going through at the moment, but don't worry, that won't happen for long. Put this into its put this into a group. Create a mask for that entire group. That's it. Like magic. It's going behind there, but I need to paint this back in. Hey, Constance. Watching me embarrass myself on the internet. I'm still here, don't worry. So you never asked, you never responded. What do you mean by my hardest sketch? I mean, which one of my artworks has given me the most trouble, or like to draw, or I don't know. Clothing. Okay. Hi, Constance. You should watch her streams as well on Instagram when she does them. I don't really have the setup for Instagram because I don't believe you can use OBS to stream to Instagram, and I don't want to film my screen because it's a bit boring. If I had like a screen tablet, I'll probably set up a camera above it so you can see me working on it directly. But I don't have one of those yet because I'm poor. Okay. So that's the stuff. Okay, and what color do you think? What color should I do the blades? Do you think I should do them gold or should I do silver because it's going to be like a fire theme piece? To be fair, I think I might do them silver because gold might be a bit too much. Plus, it's going to reflect the environment eventually anyway. So, let me know what you guys think anyway. Okay, yeah, I am evolving. Yeah, I'm not poor. I'm not, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say. To be fair, using the word poor is wrong because I'm not. I'm just not rich. Not in the monetary terms, but rich in terms of friends and family, because that's the most important thing in life, isn't it? No, I need to select that because. Oh, bronze, yeah. Yes, I'm using. I don't know if any of you guys use your Photoshop, but I'm using the pen tool now. A lot of people hate the pen tool, but I love it. I think they just don't take the time to get the grips of it. I've been using it since the very well, since I've been using Photoshop. Because those of you who don't know, I used to do anime art originally before I started doing this kind of art, and this is how I used to use my line art because tablets, they were around, but they were very expensive. They weren't that accessible back when I first started. I started doing arts digitally. Ooh, probably about 2000, 2001. Yeah, I'm old. So yeah, and my first drawing tablet was It's by a company called Trust. Actually, it's like a company that makes mice and stuff. And it was rubbish, but it was my first start. Then I saved the pump board to Wacom one, which is so much better. But the Wacom one was still like a little 4x6 one, so it was tiny. But that's all I could afford at the time. And then when I had the money, I saved up and bought the large Wacom tablet I'm using now. But it's getting very long in the tooth, as I mentioned before. Anytime. Or happy to shout people out, especially when they're family. I don't know if I can afterwards, but I could put your details in the description, or you can feel free to put your details in the chat. It's up to you. And that doesn't work. I'm going to try and mirror it because I'm a cheater. That's the advantage of digital art. You can do stuff like that. What is wrong with this? The disadvantage of digital art, though, that is if you wanted to get if you want to get texture, that's one of the downsides of it. I don't know what happened there. Jay. And yeah, software plays up like this as well. Delete path. See. Horizontal. Sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. Okay, I still haven't had an answer about what they mean by about my hardest sketch. So I can't really say I've got like a hardest sketch, but like there's been a few that have given me issues. I think at the moment, since starting back my arts after having that long 8-year break, one of the things that I've struggled with so much is faces. I'm getting better and better at it, but it's still kind of the part that gives me the most problems at the moment. As you can see, the face in this one is actually decent compared to some other drawings. So I'm definitely getting better. I never used to have that issue before, so I know it's not a me thing. It's just the fact of like to practice, I think. A lot of the time why it takes so long to do drawings is not to do sketches is not because the sketch itself is giving me issues, that sometimes I don't have any ideas because I okay, so I'll explain how I work. So I am at the moment I work from photographs, so there's a few models online like Instagram and stuff like that. They give out not give out, they kind of sell or have Patreon pages where they give out reference photos, and I have a look at some of these reference photos. I kind of get ideas in my head based on the particular post that I've seen, so I draw from that. Eventually, I want to start taking my own photos as well, because those of you who don't know, when the reason why I had my break in photography is because I took up photography. It wasn't my intention. It wasn't actually my intention to become a photographer. My reason for taking up photography so I can take my own reference photos, but I ended up getting into photography, and my art took a bit of a back seat. Again, didn't intend for that to happen, but it kind of happened, and yeah. But I don't do photography anymore, so the only time I'm going to do photography now, if it's for my artwork, so I'm fully devoted to my artwork now. And that's fine. The slow replies are fine. Mm. Maybe I should have planned out the colors a bit more because I have no idea what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, so I think I should be okay to show this. So I've there's this website called Milanote, which allows you to build like mood boards and stuff like that. I'll pass it onto this screen so you can have a look at kind of the ideas I've got. Why is it so huge? Hold on. My computer is playing up. So yeah, this is my Milanote board that I've made for this. So just grabbed ideas of pictures that I like from the internet. Some of it's AI rubbish. That's from God of War. That's one of the Falcons. Not the Falcons, the Valkyries. I can't remember which one, but it's from the first God of War, the 2018 reboot. So yeah, this is the kind of direction I want to go in eventually, but I haven't in terms of I haven't kind of come up with a color scheme yet. So hope you're all gay. Oh no, I don't hope you're all gay. Hope you're all okay. Let me know if you're getting bored. I could do something to keep you entertained. I don't know. Sing a song. Actually, no, I'm not going to sing a song. Not on the internet anyway. Okay, so I barely started and I've forgotten what this layer's for already. I don't know. So, in terms of the block out, this might be okay. Jewelry as well. Jewelry, yeah. Yeah, so just in case if you aren't aware, I'm British, so I spell jewelry like that, and not the way that my friends across the pond do, without the e at the end. Say something to me, people. I'm getting bored. No, I'm not getting bored. I mean, I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm not very chatty. I can be when I'm ready, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but I actually keep the original sketch in the final piece. It's very subtle because I kind of lower the opacity of it, but I actually keep it in the original piece. And sometimes if there's any distracting lines, it looks like an obvious piece of sketch, then I will kind of rub that part out. But the sketch still remains a part of it. That's why I fully render the sketch. Sometimes I have to make adjustments because my certain parts, especially like hands, I struggle with. I'm actually not too bad at drawing hands if I got good references. If I'm drawing it at like a full, like a big size, then I'm fine. It's just when it's small, because I draw on A3 paper, which is for those of you who don't use the A paper system, is about 8 by. Actually, not even sure how much it is in inches. I have to look that up. But it's Yeah, it's about 12 by 18, I think. If I remember correctly, it's about 12 by 18 inches. For those of you who don't understand centimeters, in terms of centimeters, terms of centimeters, it's 29.7 by 42. So it's a fairly big piece of paper. But when you're drawing like a full-sized figure on it, the hands turn out to be quite small, and I kind of struggle to draw hands that small. Something I'll get better with, get better at, I guess, in the future. Oh yeah, shoes as well. You know something? I might just start rendering the I'll do the shoes things as well. No, actually, I'll start rendering the skin. I've got my reference on my other screen. Unfortunately, I can't put it onto the big screen because she's naked, and I don't think the model will appreciate it, and also YouTube wouldn't appreciate it either because they don't like boobies apparently. It's not YouTube's fault, to be fair, it's their advertisers. I'm not monetized yet, but I do want to be eventually, so I don't upset the overlords at YouTube. I've only got a few layers. I've only done a few layers, and I'm lost already. I don't know. What am I like? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate the image. So that way I've got two duplicates of it. It's these drivers. Okay, so is that the base image? Skin base. I'm actually going to lower the opacity of the sketch a bit because it's a bit much. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to start the rendering of the skin so far at the moment. So just checking the time. Oh no, I forgot to oh gosh, I don't believe that. I was actually meant to be recording it as well. So I've got it saved on my hard drive so I can create a time lapse as well. But I'm gonna have some missing. I haven't gone too far, so it's not too bad. I don't know if I can download the stream and use that. I'm not 100% sure if I can do that, but let's see how it goes. Anyway, so this color is that one. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's that. Change my settings. Now, those of you who want to know what brush I use this is a standard brown brush for the most of the painting. I use this round brush set to 30% hardness with a flow of 30% and an opacity of 50% for most of it. And I also have the erasers at the same settings. So sometimes if I find it's gone a bit too harsh or gone a bit too far, I'll use the eraser to kind of pull back on it a bit. I tend to leave the face till last because I find the face more difficult. But I'll just do a bit of a shadow blocking at the moment. So as I work on this one, it should update up here as well. So I can make sure so I don't get tunnel vision. Is that working? That's it, yeah. I think my tablet's on the way out because every time sometimes I have to grab my mouse to kind of wake up the. I definitely need a new tablet. Once I got a proper setup, I will once I got a proper setup sorted out, I'll set up like a webcam as well, so you can actually see me working. But at the moment, I can do that, but I don't want to because my workspace is a mess. I don't want people to see that. It is not to get popular though. I will look into doing that. Actually invest in a webcam as well. I can use my DSLR camera, and because I can use that as a webcam as well. I can download the software from Canon and use that as a webcam, as a really good webcam. But having a big camera on your computer is not the best. So yes, I'm going to invest in a webcam. If any of you guys know of any good webcams that I don't have to sell my left kidney for, but are still good quality, let me know. I may have to. I may have to remove the clothing a bit so I can actually kind of paint everything properly, but I won't for now. I won't. Don't worry, you won't see anything. There's nothing there. It's just like a flesh tone at the moment. What have I done? You think after 25 years I'd know how to use Photoshop? Okay. So stomach. Yes, it. I haven't deselected it. I haven't deselected. I just hidden the hidden selection just in case those of you are wondering, because this selection's quite distracting. The little marching ants, as they call them, going around. Like these things there, they're called marching ants. I can see why. Okay, yeah. B. So the light's coming from the right side. The shadow's going to be on here. This is my first pass. I tend to have like multiple passes of the shadow, and I get gradually darker and darker as I go along, and it kind of gives it more and more dimension. Okay, so. So I'm just getting a bit carried away. Yeah, so what I do, I actually select each of the limbs separately. So I've got like a hard line there that I have to kind of paint too carefully. Back in the old days when I used to do art originally, I used to rely on those really, I used to rely on my selections too much. And you can actually see the outlines of some of the selections in my final paintings. That doesn't happen so much now because I'm not as reliant on it as I used to be. I still use it. Still use them though. Okay. Okay, so H. Oh gosh. I just realized something. I've done something wrong. But yeah, I've gone a bit wrong with something. This is actually meant to be the cloth thing, and that little string there is from a underwear which I haven't actually painted yet. So at the moment she's commando, which is not the kind of thing I'm going for. But as Bob Ross says, I'm gonna try and do my best Bob Ross impression. We don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. That was rubbish, I know, but trying to entertain myself here. Hope it's entertaining you guys too. Let me know if you want me to shut up. Right. So left arm. H. Accessories, which I put above the clothing. That's it. So remove those. Something I would love to learn is how to oil paint. I just don't have the room to kind of practice it. I've got some water mixable oil paints now. I don't know if you saw those on my story a while back, which I need to practice with. One of the things I was worried about is this solvent stuff like that. It's not the solvents on themselves, because I understand that you need, if you work in a well ventilated area, that's fine. It's just that I don't really have a dedicated space to work in, so And also, I've got nowhere to kind of keep the painting when it's drying, so that's why I haven't actually experimented with it yet. But as much as I love doing digital art, it's kind of hard to, especially if you want to get into galleries as well. It's kind of hard to. They kind of don't accept it. It's like the computer does it for you, which it doesn't, as you can see. Well, it it can do now. But that's AI art, which is a whole different thing. Don't want to get into that right now because yeah, I don't want to get into that rabbit hole right now. But I don't do AI art. The only AI art I do is with actual intelligence, not with artificial intelligence. So yes, I've got a shadow there to kind of indicate the ribs. So if I'm ignoring you guys, it's just getting really into this. Where's it? Oh, no one there. I got the eraser on. I think I made it a bit dark as well. A bit light, sorry. Okay. Oh, it's been an hour already. Time flies. So I'm gonna add the second layer of shading now, and then after that I'm going to do the highlights. And once I added the highlights, you just start to pop a bit. So the next, yep, that's it. Mhm. Hi, Cos. Thank you. It's still very early, still in the very early stages, but yeah, it'll get there eventually. What am I doing there? Oh yeah, not that. Yep. Watch out for the net. That's why. I think one of the things that I'm trying to learn as well is anatomy. Um, my anatomy knowledge is fairly decent, but I want to get better so I can work even better than this. Uh, so what are you guys up to at the moment? You just, I don't know. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me, guys. I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm just rambling nonsense at the moment. Are you playing your Xbox? Oh, okay. I won't say anything about Xbox. I didn't know you could play Steam games on the Xbox. Then again, it's basically just the Xbox and the PS5 are basically just PCs, so you run them on x86, 64 hardware. So yeah, I can't see any reason why it couldn't run. What game are you playing at the moment? Yeah, I've seen that, and I noticed that you're planning to get a PS5. About time. Oh, Steam. Okay. I've got a PC, so I mean, I've got Steam on my PC. I can game on it, but I just don't. I don't know why. I've been thinking about getting Elden Ring for my PC. It's meant to be a good game. I can get it on my PS5 as well, but I don't know. Just want to see something running on my PC because my PC is more than capable of it. I think. Clicker Heroes. Okay, I've never heard of that one before. What kind of game is that? Sounds like a strategy game or something, is it? I'm really out of touch when it comes to games. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to remove the bottoms again because I just hope YouTube don't flag me because um Instagram's not been happy with me recently. Instagram's not so bad. My TikTok account, oh gosh, they've shut up. I've only got a few followers, and I only got like about 14 followers, and I've only got like about 5 videos up. They shadow banned me already. I don't know what's wrong with them. What I don't understand as well is that the my biggest performing video had full nudity on it. I mean, you can't see anything, but it's like full nudity. Whereas like some of the pictures, other images that I've done since, they're nude, but everything's covered. You can't actually see anything, but they got nope. So I think maybe next time I need to do like full nude characters on my TikTok, and it should perform. Maybe that's what they're looking for. Idle game. Oh, okay. Two Man Snowflakes. I'm gonna have to look this up because I've never not aware of this game. I said I'm kind of out of the loop these days. When it comes to gaming and stuff like that, I feel like I'm an old man. Two Men Snowflakes. Okay. Yeah. So what made you decide to get a PS5 then? I'm not knocking Xboxes. Xboxes are really are decent. It's just that the kind of games that I play are not really on it. So I've never really been into Xbox because I tend to like um, Japanese developed games. I'm not that much into the best developed games. I mean, there's some of them that I like, but most of the games that I play tend to be like developed in Japan. I'm not concentrating. I'm getting lost. H. Is it? I think I need better internet. OBS is screaming at me saying that my bitrate's too low, which is weird because we've got like the one of the higher tier internet as well, so this shouldn't be happening. But I think they're doing some work in our area on our internet connection, so it's actually making us slow. But hopefully, it should fix up at the end. Hopefully, hopefully. Uh, yeah, guys. So yeah, it's looking a bit scary at the moment. This is what we call the ugly phase. every artwork, every piece of artwork goes through this, where it looks horrible, like it looks horrendous, but it'll come out in the end. I think it's because I don't have like the eyes kind of rendered. So my once I've done the my first pass of highlights, I may work on the eyes a bit. So I'm gonna do like a highlight pass now. Skin. Just to make you guys aware, I do have like a reference image that we're working from on the other on my other screen. I'm not doing that. I'm not working out of my head. But there's nothing wrong with working with references. Like that, professionals do that. I mean, especially if you're doing realism, you kind of like a realistic style. You kind of need to, but you don't have to follow it exactly. Just kind of use it as reference, as they say. Just to make sure everything's looking decent, like realistic. Move that here. I've thought about Twitch. I might set up a Twitch as well. Although it's mostly gamers that use Twitch, there are some artists on there as well that stream. I've watched a few, so I know for a fact that there is some. But I'm not sure how popular streaming on Twitch is for like artists. I might give it a try one day. I believe I can stream to both at the same time. I'm not 100% sure. I have to look into it. So now, yeah, I'm adding highlights, and it's in. That's it. Sometimes my the pen on my pen tablet for my computer plays about. Sometimes I have to kind of color with my mouse for a bit just to kind of get it working again. I'm not sure why that is. It could be like a driver issue because I'm using a really old tablet, and these drivers aren't designed to for this tablet specifically. So maybe that's what it is, or maybe the driver issues in general. I don't know. I might have to disable the top for a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Again, there's nothing underneath it, so I think YouTube should be okay with it. You see that I've added the highlights, it's starting to pop a bit more. Still going to refine it a bit more, but it's starting to become a bit better now. So I'm going to disable the top for a bit. Sorry guys if you get offended by boobies. But there's nothing there at the moment. There's nothing there. So if you get offended by that, well, I don't know. It's just the body at the end of the day. We've all got one. That it makes it like doing it this way kind of makes it a bit easier to kind of see what I'm doing. Collarbones. Hmm. 1 hour 18 minutes already. Okay, it's been a while. So what I'm going to do at the moment, I'm going to kind of block in the eyes so it looks less hideous. It's still going to look a bit hideous because it's at that part where it's still not refined yet, but it should look a bit better. I may have to come back in and refine the face a bit more. Well, I will definitely, because I think faces are something I need to kind of work on still. Scissor. So we're going to add in the brows as well. Well, just the base of them anyway, just so there's something there. Multiply. Doing it again. Yeah, the things on my next thing on my shopping list is to get a new get an actual screen tablet. I'm blocking the lips as well. Okay, so that's that. Now working on the whites of the eyes as well. A tip for you if you ever going to paint, well, if you actually draw or paint, the tip is never make the whites of the eyes white, because they look like unless you kind of want them to look like they're glowing. Screen, so I can see. Never make them pure white because they'll look unnatural. Unless they're kind of like an evil character where you want them to have like glowing eyes, then even then don't make them a pure white, but make them close to white. But for somebody who's normal, don't actually do that. Add the iris as well. Now I can't remember what color eyes this model has. I think it's blue. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. I'll change those later. It doesn't matter. I can change those later. So I'm just blocking at the moment. Actually detailing the eyes right now. I'm just blocking them in so it looks less scary. So I'm gonna make a circle. Blur this a bit. So blur, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Say about 3 pixels. 2. Yeah. So I'm going to blur it so it's not so like razor sharp, like a cartoon. Why has that happened? I think eyes may be blue actually. I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys are still watching, and if you are, let me know if you like what you see so far. I'll probably go on for another half an hour or so, and then I'll call it a day because I haven't eaten dinner yet, and stuff like that. But I'll stream it I'll stream it. I'll stream it again. I'll do another stream in a couple of weeks' time. Next week I am away with my day job, so I won't. Well, I'm actually back on next Sunday, but I'm gonna be too tired, so I won't do it next week. But the week after, I can stream again. By this point, I would have gone further into it. I won't leave it like this. I'll keep working on it as the time goes past because I want to get a lot more artwork done this year than I did last year. Well, it won't be hard because I only actually did like one proper piece last year. Yeah, last year was a bit crazy, but this year it should be a lot easier, a lot better for me. Trying to build a body of work so I can. I don't know. So just trying to build a body of work again. It's the pupil. Oops. Oh crap! What have I done? I've got the Windows Power Toys installed, and I keep pressing stuff, and random stuff keeps happening. I actually don't know what the shortcuts are for these. So if you see random things popping up on my screen, sorry about that. and lights. Do a quick highlight. So the light's coming from this direction, so the highlight needs to be on this side. So I'm using photography terminology. I'm calling it catch light. Anybody who's a photographer, especially if they work with like portrait photography, then they'll refer to these highlights in the eyes as catch lights. I said I'm blocking it at the moment, so it'll when I come to detail the eyes, I'll work on them a bit better. But it's just so that the picture doesn't look as scary. Not the picture, the piece. Again, I'll group the eyes into its own layer. Group. That's a bit too bright. Choose a darker color just for now. Ooh, I like that shade. I'm gonna change her hair color as well, because that's not natural. It's gonna make it orange, kind of on the red side. You saturate it a bit. Oops, sorry about that. I accidentally hit the mic. I don't know how loud that sounded, but I'm sorry anyway. That looks more natural. And also, I'm going to add the nostrils in. Yeah, it looks a bit better now. I mean, it still doesn't look good, but it's better than it was before. So got a bit quiet there. Just not sure what to do next. Add a few more highlights. Oh, okay, you're gonna play some COD Zombies. I actually don't have COD. I'm not really an FPS kind of guy. I used I used to play them a lot back in the early days, like the early FPS games, like Doom and such. Well, maybe not Doom. I didn't have a PC at the time, and like at the time I had like a Saturn when that was new, and the Saturn port was horrendous apparently. In terms of like all the console ports, I believe the PlayStation one was the best one, but I didn't have a PC at the time. Well, I did. Well, not in 1993 when it first came out. I definitely didn't have a PC, but I had a PC later on, but my PC couldn't run it. It's a very basic PC. Well, it wasn't a basic PC, but it didn't have the graphics card. I did play Quake a bit. Again, the Saturn version, not the PC version. It's weird how Quake, which was a fully 3D engine, worked pretty well on the Saturn, and the original Doom, which was mostly 2D, didn't work. I think it's just down to lazy development. It wasn't the actual console itself. I think. And talk about gaming. Talk about gaming. I like gaming. It's part of the reason why I do this kind of art in the first place. Is art is gaming that kind of got me into this thing. Well, partly. It's gaming and animation mostly. I did want to be an animator at one point. Work for Pixar. Before they got bought by Disney and Disney ruined them. No longer have those kind of dreams. Nothing wrong with Pixar. I like Pixar as a studio, but I'm just happy being an illustrator. Another consideration I had as well was to work in the games industry as well, like as a, I don't know, some kind of artist. I'm not sure. I remember back when I was younger, I used to want to work for Rareware and core design because they were quite local to where I'm from. Core design who made the original Tomb Raider series, and Rareware that made a lot of classic Super Nintendo N64 games before Microsoft ruined them, ruined them. Yeah, they never recovered after Microsoft bought them. Nintendo should have bought them. Yes, you do need to finish Shenmue. Shenmue is like one of the best games ever. It's very polarizing. You either love it or you hate it, but I'm the camp of loving it. Yeah, and yeah, Rareware did Banjo Kazooie and GoldenEye. I never actually played Banjo Kazooie because I didn't have an N64 back in the day. I had a Saturn, and then I bought a PlayStation afterwards, but I never had an N64. I have one now because I collect retro games as well, retro consoles. But because I don't have much nostalgia for it, because I didn't know anybody who had one at the time, I don't really play it. But I will pick up those two games, and I have played GoldenEye. GoldenEye was fun. I haven't played it as like single player campaign, but I did play a little bit of multiplayer back in the day. And yeah, I got creamed. I made that multiplayer layer. Oh, that's dark. Did they release like a compilation on the Xbox? I know they released like a couple of Banjo Kazooie games. I'm not sure if they're remakes of the original ones or if they're like brand new games. Have you played any of those? Are those any good? I haven't saved for a while. I better save it before my computer crashes and I lose it all, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, I need to pick up. I need to pick up some games from my N64 because I've had it for years and I haven't really played it. I do have a few games. Got. I do actually have a rare game. It's called Jet Force Gemini. My friend said it's amazing, but I haven't actually got around to playing it yet. I was actually always wanted to play that when I was younger, and kind of wish I had a N64. But as a teenager, I couldn't afford all three. What is wrong with my? I don't know what's happening, guys. This is messing about for me. Need to go darker. I don't know what's wrong with Photoshop today. It's just messing about for me. Probably because I got the stream running as well. But no, it doesn't normally affect that because I screen record most of my art anyway. I'm not sure why this is happening. Maybe because people are watching and it's getting shy. Ooh. An hour and 45 minutes already. It doesn't seem that long. I'm actually enjoying this. I should do this more. No wonder nothing's happening. I've got the eraser on. Remove the arm jewelry again. Where'd I put that? Yeah, gotta work on her face more later on. Probably won't do it on camera. I don't know. But try and get the face up to a good level. I've been thinking about doing like some portraits. Just, I'm not actually going to become a portrait artist because I find portraits kind of boring, but just to get some practice in doing faces. Maybe, maybe I should do some celebrity portraits. You think I should try celebrity portraits? And if so, who should I draw? Let me add some bounce lines. to make this really pop now, I'm going to add some sort of highlights at the edges. If it'll let me. It's starting to come together now, as you can see. uh, Something else I'm going to do is going to add a black and white layer so I can check my values. So what I do, I kind of create, I've done this incorrectly. So make a, done that wrong. Okay, so create a have they changed this? Hold on. Oh, clicking the wrong thing, that's why. So I'll create like a solid color layer and then make that a neutral gray. So 80 hex, which is mid gray, and then I change that to a color layer, and that way I can check my values to make sure that my darks are dark enough, my lights are light enough. Sometimes the color's a bit distracting, so you need to do something like that to kind of make sure that you're on the right track. Just to make sure that everything reads properly in the final illustration, because you need to have like a nice contrast between the main subject and these things in the background. Because if everything's too if everything's a similar brightness, then it kind of all blends together and it doesn't look as good. So you want your central character to kind of stand out amongst everything else, but not stand out so much that it doesn't look a part of it. You kind of have to find a good balance of how to blend them both together. But yeah, as you can see, it's starting to come along now. What will start to really make it pop is if I go to the clothing layer, go to clothing layers, and add like cast shadows to these as well. To be honest with you, I shouldn't be working with so many layers, but it's just like all that habit, and yeah, I label my layers anyway, so it's not so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna. What's the word? I'm gonna wrap this up soon, and I need to get some food because, as I said, I haven't eaten. I have eaten, but not for a while. Just having a drink of water. I gotta do work for watching for work tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. That's the problem. You have to go to work tomorrow. I have to go to work tomorrow as well. I don't want to, but I want to stay here and finish this. But no. Have fun doing that. uh, there's people out there that can sit down and work on their things for like hours and hours and end. I can't do that. I have to. I could do sessions probably about an hour or two at a time, maybe three if I'm in the mood. But I kind of get burnt out after a while, so I have to step away for a, step away from it for a bit, and then come back in the future. Also, when I actually finish the piece as well, I like to leave it a couple of days so I can. Oops, what was that? Oh, fiddlesticks! Wrong layer. Right. I actually need to lock this layer so I can't accidentally work on it. Right. Yeah, exactly. We got to pay those bills. That's all we ever do. Work hard just to pay other people. I'm starting to get tired now because I wasn't that the leg part wasn't even selected, so I couldn't physically paint on it. But I could have sworn that it was getting darker, but it actually wasn't. that that no, that means I know that I'm actually getting tired now. It's almost bedtime. Why is nothing working? Oh, thank you. glad glad that people find me therapeutic. Are you still cooking? Yeah, I'm gonna go in a sec myself. To be fair, I'm getting a bit tired, and I've been streaming for pretty much exactly 2 hours now. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day in a bit. I'll carry on with this a bit as I'll carry on with this more, and then on my next stream, I'll either continue with this one as it's further on into the process and it's hopefully a bit less bare bones, or I can start a different one, which I've also got ready for painting. Or there's also another one that I started last year that I haven't finished yet, but I'm not sure what to do with that one. I'll leave that one for now, but yeah. So change that to kind of like an orangey color. Need to add some more shadow on this side so that the this highlight would show up. Plus, it wouldn't be a highlight there anyway because the wings are in the way. What's wrong with me? But yeah, I think I'll call it a day now. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll do some more in a couple of weeks' time. I'll probably make it a weekly thing or bi-weekly thing. I'll see how it goes. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. And the live should hopefully stay remain on my YouTube channel. And once everything's done, I'll create like a time lapse. I mean, I forgot to record on the start of it, but most of it will be there. Okay, guys. Um, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.